Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Threads one in, and that could... Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Olise. Oh, that's well spotted. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Ruben Dias. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Gonzalo. And the finish! Goal! Portugal! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the keeper's clearly not happy, Peter. The least his defence could have done was go to the danger, and that was decidedly lacking.
So we have the first goal. Shot a goal! Oh, good finish! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Rabiot. Now it's Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Great vision. Doué picks it up. Real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nelson Semedo.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And the counter is on. Chips it through. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. And it's Doué. Gives it back. Tries to pass it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Nelson Semedo. Now it's Trincao. Cristiano Ronaldo. Hangs in a cross. Olise. Doué.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Dink through. Diogo Costa tries to clear. Matheus Nunes. This is a promising build-up. Doué. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a promising position. Tries to cross. And that's the keeper's ball. So what can they make of this? Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's shifting through the gears here.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Olise. And here's Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Portugal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And so the action is resumed. Gonçalo Inácio. Going to be disappointed with that. Klaus. And it's Rabiot. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Olise. That's Rabiot.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Olise. And it's Rabiot. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's in on goal! Mbappe! Gonçalo Inácio. Well, that has not gone well. Klaus. For Olise. And it's Rabiot. That's an imaginative pass. Matheus Nunes. Looking to play him in. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Doué. Picked out brilliant. Rabiot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Trincao. And here's João Felix. Koundé gets a foot in here. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's a good foot in there. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through?
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Doué. And he's quick to get rid. And he's quick to snatch it back. Klaus. Olise. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Araujo with the clearance. For Olise. Oh, this is a great position. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Rabiot cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, important interception.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now he's got space here. Can he get... And the shot! Terrific save by Manuel. Rabiot. Looking for the run. And this is Rabiot. Now, can they get him away? Rabiot was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, good-looking ball. Pressure coming in from all directions. Cristiano Ronaldo. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And here's João Felix.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the shot! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10, le numéro 24, le numéro 11.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
And that's it. Portugal illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.